In today's episode, I just wanted to use the opportunity to kind of like celebrate the small wins I've made so far. Yeah, because every time we're always chasing things, and chasing things is awesome, it's good. But once in a while, we have to like say, "Wow, we've come so far." While we'll keep on the journey, let's still celebrate small. We've made progress. And for the past 5 days now, I've been writing and showing up constantly to write my microfiction pieces. And let's not really talk about quality yet because I can't really vouch anything about the quality. But further, I've been showing up and you know keeping that promise I've made with myself has been really, really, really reassuring. It really feels good to make a promise and keep it to yourself. Like it's really, really a very good feeling. Yeah. And I'm also very, very happy that so far within that 1 to 5 days. Yeah. I think probably within that 1 to 5 days, I've written more than 9 microfiction pieces. Yeah. And I've been using Notion and it's really, really good. I just want to say that progress itself even is encouraging. Yeah. That's why the hardest thing is to get started. Once you get started, each time you're like, wow, well, you look around, you look at the back, and you're like, wow, I've written 5 so far. Let me just keep going. I'll keep improving. But you have to get started. Right now, I have a kind of momentum that when I started the first day, I didn't have that momentum. Yeah, I didn't have it. And all I could think of was that if we just keep long enough, you have the momentum. But for now, it's not there. And right now, I feel like, wow, 5 days, yeah, wow. 30 days is not that far. It's still 25 days left. And I feel how possible it is to just keep writing for the next 25 days. And once in a while, you have to celebrate your small wins. It doesn't really matter what that might be. It could be that, let's say you got really good at capturing ideas. You celebrate your wins. Let's say you got really good at, you enter the contest. The fact that you even enter the contest, most of us, we don't put our work out there. We do have our reasons, but most of the time it's, I don't want to get rejected now. My work is too good. I just don't. It's not like we say we don't get rejected, but then that would look as if uh, we're not bold enough or courageous enough to put our work out there. But we're like, no, my work is not ready yet. And I'm like, what does ready mean for you? Define ready. And then when we get to define ready, we realize that ready is another different thing. And even why saying this, I'm like, wow, the thoughts of submitting my work is coming up, but I want to just focus on writing for the next 30 days. Yeah, I don't want to complicate things. Let me just write with netted days over the next, because when I want to start writing, submitting, I will have to edit my work. And once you start editing your work, you see how terrible it is. And sometimes you see how good it is. And I don't want to get in the mindset that, oh, my work is crap. And then I'll not like, oh, there's no really need to go on writing. And just forget. So let me finish the microfiction, and then later on I would edit the work and then send it out for submission. Yeah, which is really, really good. And I'm so happy that I made that commitment. The goal is to really get really good with microfiction. But first, before we get really good, we have to write microfiction and then get feedback, critique them. I'm thinking of feedback sources I could submit my work to. None is entering mind yet, but over time I'll do research and I'll let you guys know. So far, yeah, it's been going well. I've been using Notion to organize what I've been writing, and that feeling is just so sweet. Yeah, yeah, it's just so sweet, and I'm so happy that for the 5 days I've been writing so far, and yeah, because for me, why I'm even celebrating, why I'm celebrating is that for 5 days I've shown up to write, and it's not like, oh, I have to wear the badge of consistency. No, it's more like I have I have given time for 5 days to my writing, and I'm like, wow, if I could keep on doing this, I would progress, I would become better, I would write the stories that I imagine, and every other thing, all of those other things will come up. You get, so I just wanted to celebrate the small wins, and yeah, that's it for this episode basically. And thank you so much for listening. I wanted to say watching, but I realized it was an audio podcast. Thank you so much for listening. And so far, it's Yemichi Akonam from the Buildwriting podcast, and you've been listening to me celebrating small wins, 5 days of consistent writing. I do hope you're showing up as a writer to yourself, and I would love to hear from you. Send me a message at Michi at buildwriting.com, or you go to buildwriting.com/contact and send me a message, and I would respond to you. But either way, thank you so much for showing up every day and listening to my podcast. Yeah, it's really reassuring, even though I feel like, I'm just muttering and talking to myself and saying some gibberish, but I'm like, whoa, someone out there is listening to me. And I'm like, wow, Wow, that means a lot. That means a lot. I see it in analytics. See you listening, and I know you're there. Thank you so much. I do hope that you muster the courage to show up consistently. Consistently doesn't have to be every day. It could be 3 times in a week, depending on what works for you. Because we have to face it that your task and your important task that needs to get done too. Yeah, while writing is important, the other things are also important. And we as writers, um we need to work on that because writing is not really the main thing that we're working on. We have other things, and you have to be alive to write. And most of the tasks that we're doing helps us to survive, helps us to take care of our loved ones, and basic other things. And consistency doesn't have to be every day, but it has to be close enough that the compound effect doesn't take that long. And yeah, so can do 2 times a week. Can do write on weekends. Every weekend without failing. You can write 3 times a week. You could just work on projects. Thank you so much. Until next time, keep writing.